On this episode of Inside the Blueprint, how one company is paving the way for innovation in the beverage industry. A team of professional electrical contractors who put an emphasis on quality and safety. Plus, how a career in the trades can lead to opportunities and job security. These stories and so much more. Stay tuned. Oak complements are an extremely important part of the wine, spirits, and beer industries. They're the alternative to traditional oak barrels. A company in California is combining science and art to change the beverage industries.
The oak barrel is a romantic and ancient form of technology, especially for the beverage industries. Like most great things, it was most likely found out of accident, and through this wonderful accident, we were able to understand the impact that a seasoned, toasted, and well-sourced oak barrel can have on flavors, textures, and aromas in beverages. We are the upgraded 2.0 version of an oak barrel. Basically, what our products allow beverage producers to do is to impact beverages at scale rather than only impacting 225 liters or 60 gallons at a time. And what that allows beverage makers to do is it gives them much more control in the customization of flavors. It gives them much more control in microbial activity and overall health of a large lot of wine. And it allows them to mix up the toast flavors and textures that they're allowed to get into their beverages.
As wines age in a barrel, what naturally happens is this slow oxidative process. So you have oxygen that's coming in through the staves of the barrel, through the bunghole, and that is basically a catalyst to these oxidative reactions that occur naturally within the barrel that ages the wine gracefully.
As of today, there's really a barrel shortage going on. So especially for the craft guys, the new guys, they're having a really hard time sourcing new barrels, and they're having a hard time sourcing used barrels. So we can come in and help them age that liquid in a tank, or instead of having to buy more barrels, we can add the additional barrel through chains of oak directly into the barrel.
What a traditional cooper does is they mill a very specific dimension for an oak barrel. That creates a lot of waste with this 150, sometimes 60 if you're using American oak, year-old resource. That wonderful and precious natural resource deserves to be used to 100% of its potential, and that's where we come in. Innerstave is able to use nearly 100% of the usable oak within a very old oak tree to impact flavor, texture, and aromas on wine. That allows beverage producers to gain a customization of flavors by switching up the species, oak toast levels, and general time of extraction that they allow those beverages to undergo with our products. And it allows them to make wine at scale never before realized with the traditional oak barrel. Now they can do stainless steel vats of 100,000 plus gallons instead of the traditional 225 liter or 60 gallon lot.
So with micro-oxygenation, we try to replicate what naturally happens in a barrel by very precisely applying oxygen by bubbling into the wine that creates those same reactions, that reacts with the oak extractives to allow the wine to evolve in a tank rather than a barrel. So Innerstave's approach is really to work with our clients to help them create successful strategies to incorporate micro-oxygenation and oak complements or barrel alternatives to create the products that they want to create, to create the wines that they want to create, to develop the same conditions that naturally occur in a barrel in a tank with barrel alternatives and micro-oxygenation.
There's three main components when you're sourcing for oak properly to impact beverages. And the first one is sourcing. There are certain species of oak trees that are very good for beverage impact, and there are certain species of oak tree not good for beverage impact. The best oak trees generally in the world are found in central France, which is where we go and auction off a portion of that forest for our demand over 5-7 years projected. We also go to central Appalachia and Missouri for our American oak, which is highly regarded as premium furniture and beverage quality wood. Traditionally, companies that make our products, oak complements, they have been managing the waste of barrel producers, of furniture makers, any premium grade A lumber producer in the world. And while that's great, we find that it's far more impactful to source specifically for our products rather than manage another industry's waste stream for those products. That's the first one. Number two is how we season and where we season. We season for a minimum of 2 years, generally between 3 and 4, and sometimes 6 years, depending on the specific product set that we're working with. We season here in our oak yard near the San Pablo Bay in Sonoma, California. That's very specific because there's a certain bacterial, microbial activity that's unique to this place that gives it a sense of where it comes from and helps us impact beverages based on how long we season and how much the oak tannin breaks down throughout that process. The third thing we do is we toast. We're standing here now in our toasting pad, and we're a convection toasting house traditionally. Convection toasting is basically what you know at your house. It's a convection toast mechanism whereby the wood is toasted and cooked evenly for an even distribution of flavor compounds. We also have added a fire roaster, and that allows us to achieve char for the spirits industries and a far smokier and more intense flavor impact for those that want it.
Innerstave produces formats as large as staves, to blocks, to cubes, all the way down to chips and fines. But every format starts out as a large tank stave. And the importance of that is it really allows us to use the barrel quality wood and cut it down into smaller formats as needed. So you get the consistency and you get the quality of the larger format.
The spirits industry has really been growing in the last 10 to 20 years. It's really outpacing both wine and beer. And what's driving a lot of that is American whiskey and high-end tequila. Both of those products utilize oak in one format or another, primarily barrels, of course. So where we come into play, there are a couple things going on here. One is, I like to tell the story, 8 years ago in Kentucky, there were 4 million barrels aging. Today, there are 12 million barrels aging in Kentucky. So the use of barrels have gone up radically. It's making it harder for small producers to even get barrels. And there's a lot of finishing going on. So when finishing, typically you're going to put bourbon into a used barrel to get that extra oak extract. And now they're running out of used barrels. So we can bring new oak in different formats, either within the barrel or within a tank, to create new flavor profiles. The third thing that's going on is a lot of people source their liquid from the same source. And so if you're trying to differentiate your brand, you have to do something to that liquid in order to make it yours and not just the same as everyone else's. So we can come in with enhanced seasoning oak. We can get different flavor profiles based on American oak and French oak, but we can also do sherry finished, port finished, cognac, maple, brown sugar. We can create all these different formulas that are personal to you and your brand that makes you differentiate yourself on the shelf.
If you'd like more information, visit their website, Innerstave.com, or watch this segment again at InsideTheBlueprint.com. The electrical construction industry is constantly evolving. That's why, more than ever, it's paramount to have the most highly trained and reliable workforce in the electrical construction industry.
With the new technologies that are coming out, we're getting into security, where you got motion and wireless and video feedback. We do 5G wiring. Every 5 years, opportunities out there for electrical contracting keeps continuing to change because of trying to keep up with technology.
The National Electric Contractors Association, or NECA for short, has been setting the standard for traditional and integrated electrical systems since the turn of the 20th century.
What NECA offers to the electrical construction industry is education, it's leadership, it's labor relations with field forces, working with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, it's advocacy on Capitol Hill, it's the latest development of technology through our research.
NECA is made up of 118 individual chapters across the country, and in these chapters there's over 4,000 member contractors that are in this. They operate independently, but they're under the whole umbrella as NECA National.
The majority of NECA contractors are small businesses, and some have been in the same family for multiple generations.
Personally got into the electrical contractors business after I got out of college, joined the company. It is a family-owned business. We'll be 100 years old, and it started in 1922. We became a member of NECA in 1923.
The industry that we serve is for anyone, no matter where you're at, the ethnic background, educational background, there is a place for you in this industry.
You can find NECA contractors all over. NECA has contractors that do work from a small residential all the way up to power plants, to water treatment plants, sewer treatment plants, highway work, power line work, and even 5G infrastructure throughout the country. New technology makes our contractors be more efficient, safer, and competitive.
But technological advances are not the only thing that NECA is constantly investing in.
We have educational platforms at all levels in our industry, starting at entry-level electrical worker to line worker, every aspect. We have joint training programs between ourselves and the IBEW that can take a person who doesn't know anything about the electrical industry and give them a wonderful career with an educational background that will help them be successful for their family. And then you move into the management ranks, and our contractors across America provide educational platforms. If a person wants to come and have a career, the cost of their career is almost zero.
With several programs and events, NECA strives for innovation in many different ways.
So let's talk about the pillars of innovation, the pillars of people, which I think is the most important aspect of any organization, is that when you are taking the time to understand and invest in your people, that is critical to all that we do. And then from there, it leads into a culture that exists. And when you talk about the culture, an engaging culture, that engaging culture says that we're not just sitting around in our desks, we're getting out, getting in the people and making sure we understand what our membership wants. And the awareness aspect of it is that we've got to be aware of our environment. From an innovation perspective, if you're aware of an environment, this allows you to be adaptable. This allows you to change when you need to change. And from a diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging perspective, these pillars fit right into, because it shows that you care about what's going on. You're responding to those different things and elements in our society.
We here at NECA create the best people in all aspects of the industry. From leaders through our education and innovation programs to workers through our comprehensive training program.
For more information about how NECA is innovating the electrical industry, visit NECAnet.org. And of course, you can find us at InsideTheBlueprint.com. Given today's competitive job market, lots of different opportunities exist. Sometimes overlooked are the abundant career opportunities in specialized trades. As the cost of earning a traditional college degree continues to escalate, with many grads facing sky-high college debt and uncertain job prospects, today's trade school graduates are reaping the benefits of not just plentiful job opportunities, but generous incomes and long-term security.
Working in the trades today is extremely important, whether it's going to a trade school or a junior college to get certified. If you think about it, you can come to work, go to a school, get certified within 6 months, months, 2 years, you can come to work, get into the economy, and go from there and really build a career. Reliance Steel and Aluminum is a Fortune 500 company. We've been around since 1939. We're actually a metals solution provider. We operate in the United States and 13 other countries around the world. And we've been mentioned in Fortune 500 magazine as one of the world's most admired companies. It's a really fine place to work, and it's a place you can come and build a career. It's the kind of company I would like my kids to work in, because you can come to work and build a career, and there's many opportunities.
Founded in 1939 and ranked as one of the world's most admired companies, Reliance Steel and Aluminum Company is a leading global diversified metal solutions provider and the largest metals service center in North America. Operating as a family of companies under more than 75 different brand names, Reliance has a network of 300+ locations in 40 states and 13 countries.
Driving for Crest Steel has been rewarding. It's offered me the opportunity to advance my skill set. It's just offered the opportunity for me to grow with the company. I've been doing this for 25+ years, and it's a great company to work for.
There's a lot of opportunities for growth, and if you need at some time to move to another part of the company, we're nationwide. So you could always come, you're gonna have somewhere to go. I've really, really enjoyed working for Reliance.
I think it's really good to start a career here. I know college isn't always the easiest thing to do, and money isn't always easy. There's a lot of jobs that aren't very stable, and this company, it's been really great to me. I honestly would say that I'd recommend it for other people, even if they're in college or if they're not in college.
You want to be part of something, build something, come work for Reliance Steel, an employer that cares about your safety and puts employee first. Above all, come work for Reliance Aluminum. If you're willing to work and you're willing to learn, you're going to advance in this company.
We go above and beyond for what we do, and we take care of each other and make sure everybody's safe in the environment we work in. Working for Reliance Steel is a great opportunity to get you going, and I would tell a young person, if you want to work for a company like this, it's a great company to work for, and you can move up for, whatever you want to do there.
Making worker safety a top priority is front and center at the nation's best industrial companies. Reliance Steel and Aluminum Company is leading the way.
Our Reliance CEO, Jim Hoffman, and the Reliance safety team have built a culture foundation on safety, personal relationships. And what that is that if we know a little bit more about our employees on a personal level, then we're more apt to look after them and make sure that they go home well at the end of the day. If I know you have family members that depend on you, then I know that you need to be there for them, and therefore I need to look out for your safety.
The company is run on a couple of things. First and foremost, the safety of our people. We do the right things. We care about our people, and integrity really matters at our company. So if you're the kind of person that wants to come to work in a good industry and build a career, this is a really good, fine place to work.
If you're considering a career as a skilled tradesperson and desire joining a world-class company in your state or another, discover more at rsac.com/careers. "2020 was a year like no other, as a global pandemic changed lives, nations, and the way businesses responded to consumer demands. A pandemic and catalyst that continues to generate transformational solutions, helping to improve lives." Inside the Blueprint traveled to Lancaster, Pennsylvania to see the latest innovations by Armstrong Ceiling and Wall Solutions and the company's Living Lab.
At Armstrong, we have been working on what a healthy space of today and tomorrow will look like. Today we will be showing you our recently opened Living Lab, where we have brought in multiple leading partners in the design and construction industry to create one of the healthiest spaces. COVID's definitely a game changer for Armstrong. Armstrong's always been focused on health, wellness, and sustainability. And now with the concern for indoor air quality, recently we've launched the 24/7 Defend portfolio of solutions. 24/7 Defend Portfolio Solutions focuses on containing, cleaning, and protecting the air. And now the ceiling can be seen as a total indoor environmental quality solution, resulting in a healthier space.
Improving the quality of indoor air is a priority for Armstrong, with engineered solutions contributing to healthier spaces.
Whether we realize it or not, our commercial spaces leak air through windows, through doors, or through the ceiling. Healthcare spaces are the cleanest spaces we're accustomed to. These environments have systems in place to reduce the leakage of this air. The AirAssure ceiling tile is a traditional acoustical ceiling tile with a factory-applied gasketed edge. It helps reduce this leakage by up to 4 times more than a traditional ceiling tile. The AirAssure ceiling tile helps improve the effectiveness and the overall performance of our spaces and help improve HVAC systems.
Reducing indoor airborne viruses has become a priority in offices, schools, healthcare, and all interior spaces. A 2021 industry analysis cites UV light as one of 3 major factors in mitigating indoor airborne pathogens.
UVC light has been used for decades to disinfect the air. The VidaShield UV24 unit is a medical-grade device which draws air into a closed chamber to provide disinfection and neutralization of pathogens. Not only is it great for pathogens, but it helps to reduce bacteria and fungi levels, which is great benefit for those that suffer from asthma and allergies. The feedback that we get from our customers that they really appreciate about the unit is that it mounts in the ceiling, so it's out of the way. It's not mounted on the floor with extension cords and become more intrusive to our environment. The other nice thing about the unit is that people can see the investment that either the school board or the property owner has made in the health and wellness of their occupants.
Americans spend up to 90% of their time indoors, so indoor environmental quality becomes crucial to our health and well-being. Several factors, including quality of indoor air, affect how people not only feel but also perform in that space.
Armstrong has a long history of innovating and contributing to total indoor environmental quality. As the world changes and our customers and occupants' demands change, so do we. We continue to innovate, continue to offer more products so that ceilings can do more. We know ceilings can do more. And we know that with where the world is today, people demand and expect a high level of information about the quality of the environment that they're in. The Living Lab here at Armstrong World Industries campus delivers just that. From the moment that you walk in, you notice the natural light, and the first thing that you see front and center is an air quality dashboard telling you exactly what the level of quality is of the air that you're breathing in the space. As you walk through, you'll notice additional products. All of our 24/7 Defend products in Total Acoustics family, including AirAssure and VidaShield and AcoustiBuilt. The design elements, the inspiration, and the fresh air that you are breathing.
As we return to the office environment and public buildings, there's a higher expectation around maintaining high-quality air, and also an expectation of transparency around being sure that the air around you is safe and healthy. That's why we brought our building health dashboard to the front and center of our Living Lab. Now, as you walk in the building, you can glance over at the dashboard and confirm that the air handling systems are working properly, delivering fresh air to the space, clearing out CO2, and really creating an environment that you want to work in. In addition to the air handling systems, we have our VidaShield units installed in this space that are helping to reduce pollen or allergens in the space or potential pathogens, just to make sure that the space is fully clean and safe for the environment.
I think the experience that I have, employees and customers, as they walk into the space, is just a really good feeling, whether it comes from the design of the space for being able to have different types of furniture, different types of spaces to interact with each other throughout the day, whether it's the access to natural lighting, the ability to work indoors or outdoors, depending on what they're working on and even the season or time of day, and also just the overall design, feeling where we're bringing more natural elements. So we have kind of traditional plantings, but we also have a beautiful green ceiling above our work cafe. We have a product called Tectum installed that's made from aspen trees, which is also providing excellent acoustical performance in the space. And we really have dynamic graphics as you go throughout the space, which are incorporating some of the flora and fauna that we have here on our own campus. So in multiple ways, we're really kind of bringing the outdoors in the Living Lab.
Armstrong Ceiling and Wall Solutions Living Lab, engineered solutions and products that make a difference. Healthier, safer spaces where we live, work, learn, heal, and play. For more information on how today's leading ceiling and wall solutions can help improve the quality of air in all types of indoor spaces, visit armstrongceilings.com/healthy spaces or visit our website, insidetheblueprint.com. For more information about anything you've seen on today's show, or to become part of Inside the Blueprint, visit our website, insidetheblueprint.com.